forever. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow daybreakers, it all started when I was 21 years old. I had just completed finals in my first quarter of my final year in my bachelor's degree at UCLA. It was 2 weeks before Christmas. I flew the friendly skies to Dallas to visit a friend and have fun for a week. The second night I was there, I suddenly became deathly ill. I couldn't keep any food down in my stomach. I was burning up. You know how it feels when you have high fever. The entire right side of my body, from my shoulder all the way down my leg, excruciating pain, the worst pain I've ever felt. All I wanted to do was crawl under the covers and die. It was so painful. The next morning, my friend took me to his doctor. And his doctor sent me to the hospital to be admitted. When I got to the hospital, they did an ultrasound test. They found that I had a cyst the size of a grapefruit on my right kidney. My temperature was above 104 degrees, trying to fight the bacteria that was coursing through my body. I couldn't fly home for the surgery. They couldn't even operate on me there until I could get my temperature down a few degrees. After 3 weeks in the hospital, they finally released me. Due to the high fever and the inability to eat for much of the time while I was there, I was skin and bones. The fever had melted away all of the fat and muscle in my body. A week after returning home, it was time to go back to school. I still had 2 quarters to finish. And the fact that I was weak and recovering from my surgery was not going to stop me from completing my degree as planned. My doctor in Dallas asked that I find a kidney specialist here to follow up with after I returned. Imagine my disappointment when I continued to have infections that required stronger and stronger antibiotics to kill the bacteria in my body. I also developed hypertension and had to take blood pressure medication. After about 3 years, the oral antibiotics no longer worked. Intravenous antibiotics were the only thing that would kill the bacteria in my body. Luckily, I didn't have to go to the hospital to have the procedure done. The nurse came to my home and put what's called a heparin lock in the vein of my arm. If you're not familiar with this approach, it's a way to be able to have an IV intermittently instead of continuously. What it also did for me, since I was a dedicated employee, is I was able to go to work. What did I do? I took my IV pole into my office with me and placed it by my desk so I could take my midday dose of antibiotics. My office mate even helped me stick the needle in the IV because I needed help. I contacted the doctor I had in Dallas and asked about a surgeon here in the Southern California area. He referred me to a urologist at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. After doing a number of tests, they found that I had many cysts or pockets in my right kidney. They would try to save the kidney, but there was a high probability it would need to be removed. I remember being devastated. I cried. I was so upset. How can I lose my kidney at 24? I knew I could live with one. People live with my kidney all the time. But it was still a scary thought. My family went to the hospital. They donated blood for me in case I needed another transfusion. After 4 hours of surgery, the kidney was no longer a part of my body. Nine days, and luckily, they were able to use the same incision the second time as they did the first time. 9 days in the hospital and 6 weeks of recovery, I returned to work healthier than I was when I left. I no longer had high blood pressure. My kidney function didn't even change. The right kidney wasn't helping me. All it was doing was making me really, really sick. And I was thankful that it was no longer a part of my body. I am also grateful to all of the support I had from my friends, my family, and my coworkers. This experience changed who I am, and it changed my life forever. At the age of 24, I realized how important it is to be healthy and hydrated. And I no longer have any fear of needles or